Carissa Thompson, and we're going to hit the trail with our Denison Parks and Recreation team today. We're going to explore the brand new Katy Trail, as well as make a splash at Waterloo Park. We're going to get lost in the best kind of way at THF Park and in Forest Parks. You're not going to want to miss today's episode of Let's Talk Denison. So I know the seasons are changing, but it's still warm enough to get out and enjoy one of our parks. Like, for instance, the splash pad at Forest Park. Be sure to bring the whole family because it's so refreshing. See? I told you. Welcome to today's episode of Let's Talk Denison. We have Justin from the Denison Parks and Recreation team in our studio today. Hey, we have all seen the TV show Parks and Rec, right? Tell us in real life, what does the Denison Parks and Recreation team actually do?
Sure, great question. Not everyone's seen it. I actually haven't seen it myself, but I hear it's a fun show. With that said, we like to have fun in Parks and Recreation, of course. What we do is we handle the city beautification, landscape, maintenance and mowing efforts. We, of course, oversee the recreational facilities such as our pool, SNAP Center, our senior center. Beyond that, any programs, so athletic programs, services, large events. Our city's mission and vision really rely on exceptional quality of life and service.
Nice.
I should also mention, forgive me, that we actually have 5 cemeteries. Nice. So that's something that people don't really realize we oversee.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, within Parks and Recreation, we actually have our own mission statement, and that is to surpass the expectations of any visitor or guest that visits a Parks and Recreation facility. With that said, we try to reach all people, regardless of capability or background, and touch the entire health and wellness spectrum. So just kind of looking at Parks and Recreation, we feel we're a huge cornerstone to livability, and studies have shown that people actually move to different areas, large in part due to vibrant Parks and Recreation communities.
Well, and I just recently went out with Kimberly from your department to the Katy Trail, so let's go out there and talk to her. Hi guys, it is a gorgeous day to be outside. We are here in Denison at the brand new Katy Trail, and I'm with Kimberly, the Assistant Director of the Parks and Recreation team. Tell us a little about the history of Katy Trail.
Okay, the history of Katy Trail started in 2015 when the city began with the vision of making this a multi-use trail, and we started purchasing the abandoned right-of-way. Nice. And then we sought grant funding and obtained that from TxDOT in 2017, and then we have phase 1 of Katy Trail under construction right now, nearing completion. Very nice, and it's beautiful. I cannot emphasize just how gorgeous it is out here. And so tell us what's unique about Katy Trail. What's unique about Katy Trail is in the beginning, Denison was called Katy's baby, as the M-Katy Railroad established the city. And as the railroad flourished, so did the city. That's awesome. And to mention, the police officers, it's wonderful that they're out here, but they have special training, correct? Yes. I just think that that's fantastic, and what an added bonus to have that security here. Yes. And it's so secluded, you feel like you're in another world. You guys have got to come out and check out Katy Trail as soon as you can. What a fun and unique place. I had no idea about all of that. So, Justin, tell us about maybe some other hidden gems that our residents might not know about.
We have our disc golf course. People travel from all around, across the U.S. actually, to play there. Beyond that, our trails that I mentioned, the hike and bike trails. Once again, people travel to definitely from the Metroplex, but great getaway to come up and participate in. And that is at Waterloo, and that's actually where my good buddy Chip is at.
Well, and it's funny that you say that. I was able to go to Waterloo and talk with Chip, and he showed us some really interesting things and how beautiful it is over there. So we're actually going to show you guys what we saw. Hi guys, we're here with Chip Egger from the Parks and Rec Department of Denison. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here today.
Hey, so I just learned that we have a ton of parks here in Denison. Tell us about them.
We do. We have over 600 acres of parks here in Denison, and that's made up of 5 cemeteries and 14 separate parks. But when you break down Waterloo Lake Regional Park, this is actually up into the 20s because Waterloo Lake Regional Park has several different recreational areas.
Wow, that's fantastic. So what kind of amenities are here for us to do?
We can start with the 50-plus acre lake that we have behind us that you can fish, paddleboard, kayak. You can even bring your own boat out here as long as it doesn't have a gas motor on it and enjoy the lake.
Tell me a little bit about what it takes to keep these parks alive and well.
It's a lot of effort. We have 5 separate crews in the maintenance end that they break down from a cemeteries crew that helps with the grave services and the specific needs that cemeteries have. There is a general park maintenance crew that keeps up with the trash and litter and bathrooms and just the maintenance of fences and lights and everything else that can happen from day to day in a park. We have a beautification and landscape crew that keep all the flowers very pretty and watered and keep the weeds at bay. And we have a specific crew out at THF Park for the needs out there.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much, Chip, for being here today, and let's go back to the studio. Would you like for your business to get a shout out on the show? Or maybe you'd like to take a more active role in the show? Well, you can do that by being a sponsor. Simply email letstalkdenison@cityofdenison.com to find out more information. Well, that was so fun and interesting. So tell us, what does the future hold for Denison Parks and Recreation?
I'm excited to tell you we have a lot of really great things going on in the near future. We're going to be working on a parks trail and master plan, which is really going to help with connectivity and then just really bringing that quality of life, tying it all together. Yeah. We have one of our major projects, which is going to be finished within the next month or so, the phase 1 of Katy Trail. We have our Waterloo Trail Grant. We're going to start the build out within the next few months of that as well. So those are a few of our projects. We have our leagues coming up. At THF Park, that park is so active right now and such a special place. Our Denison on Ice is a premier event, definitely top notch. I definitely recommend going.
It's one of my favorites.
Oh,
yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. With that said, I can't say enough about the city, the leadership, our mayor, council, this staff, of course, and the community. Very much value quality of life, as I've mentioned, and Parks and Recreation is such a huge part of that, so I couldn't be more thrilled.
Well, this was fantastic. Thank you, Justin, so much for being here today.
You know, thank you so much for having us here. I mean, the 3rd episode, what an amazing platform we have here in Denison.
Thank you so very much, and thank you for being here today again. Be sure to go to the Denison Parks and Recreation Facebook page and like that so that you always know about the upcoming events. And while you're at it, go to the City of Denison Facebook page, like their page as well, so that you always know about the upcoming shows and events for the City of Denison. You can also go to www.cityofdenison.com and YouTube. We have a YouTube channel that you need to subscribe to so that you are always in the know and in the loop.